But this is Mac Jones. As we mentioned, a couple of the things being asked about was both the Hail Mary situation and then also the trust aspect regarding Bill Belichick. What's important to watch here is just how he looks when he's answering these, because there's always questions of body language, but I mean, he's pissed, and he's rightfully pissed. I mean, he played bad, they lost. You expect someone to be upset, but just let's check out Mac here talking about those two things we just mentioned.
No clue. I mean, there's 2 seconds left, and we needed 60 yards, so I don't know. Yeah, they just told me I was out of the game, so I wasn't playing very good, so I got taken out of the game before the 2-minute drive at the end of the game. So, yeah, that's kind of what it was.
Do you feel like Coach Belichick has full faith in you as the starting quarterback of this team?
I mean, at the end of the day, I got to play better. So, I mean, to make people believe, you got to be better. So, I'm not sure. I don't know.
He looks shook,
man. Dude, I think he was probably crying before or after that. Because I've been listening to Mac for a while now. I've
shook.
never heard him like that. Yeah, he sounded like he was on the verge of.
Yes.
That's tough, man. And it sucks because these are still, I know, he deserves criticism. And as long as we keep it within the confines of football when we levy that criticism, that's fine. But on a human level, it sucks seeing people that upset and that dejected, whether they bring it on themselves or not. I have no doubt, and I don't think anybody has any doubt, that Mac works very hard at what he does and really does put his all into his job. And obviously, I'm as frustrated as anybody that the results haven't been there, but seeing anybody like that, man, that's tough. And there's a lot of reasons for it, but I don't know, man. That's it. It's tough. That really sucks.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is what gets lost in kind of sports stuff. The results mean a lot, and people are passionate, and that's what makes sports great. But yeah, I'm not
not doing victory laps at the guy is distraught.
Nobody wants to see a guy literally wrecked like that. You want him to play better. You want all of them to play better. There's a lot of frustration out there, and justifiably so. This just isn't really what people expect from the Patriots. I think this is, and you and I came into this season thinking different things. I obviously respect your ability to formulate these types of opinions just simply based on what you see and what you thought that they might be able to execute. I was not bullish at all. I thought 5 wins was I thought 4 and 5 wins was in play, though I thought they would at least outsmart their way to 6 or 7. So that's what kind of is lost on me here. I would have thought even a real crap mediocre version of this team should be able to win these Colts, Giants, Steelers, Broncos, Jets games, and Raiders, and at least make themselves competitive, which is why I thought 6, 7, 8 wins was in play, but I never thought they could actually contend for the playoffs. What is it from an execution standpoint that's going on here? Because again, Matthew Slater, I did want to get to this comment before we wrap here. Matthew was asked about Bill Belichick, and his answer was, the struggles we've had on the field this year are due to us and our inability to execute. It's got nothing to do with Coach Belichick. Now, obviously, there's an allegiance there. Matthew Slater is returning here and continuing to play and put his body on the line because he believes in the Patriots. He believes in Belichick. No doubt about that. But if you pair this with another comment he had maybe last week or 2 weeks ago about buy-in and gut check and how we respond, and kind of almost alluding to, I don't know if the guys in this room are going to respond, but we need to respond. When things are kind of going like this, it's kind of where you see where the character of this team is. I don't know that Slater necessarily has much belief, or some of the veterans necessarily have belief in the character of this team beyond the guys who've been here, the guys who've won a ring, and that would be Andrews, and that would be Slater, and there's others there as well. I just don't know that. I don't know. You look around the room and you're like, yeah, we got enough people to kind of pull us up and play with some pride and play with some guts. I don't see it.
And why would they? Most of the
Why would
people
they?
that were on the team when they were doing well and, before Brady left, most of them are gone. So there's not a lot of people that you can lean on and say, yes, like the DNA of this team is better than what we think. Dietrich Wise stopped saying it after the first few weeks where he was like, this team is not as bad as we think. And now he's not singing that same tune anymore. And then to your point where you didn't think that you thought they would have 5 wins, but they might be able to outsmart themselves to more. My prediction, and the reason I thought they were going to do well, was I thought that their defense was going to keep them in every game. I didn't think they were going to light up the scoreboard or anything like that. I thought they had top 15 offense potential, and I thought that Mac would be able to put games away late because I thought the offense would be functional and they would be able, like you said, just be smarter and be efficient and calculated. They've only gotten blown out a couple times. They've been in every single one of, other than the Cowboys games and the Saints game. They've been in every game in the fourth quarter. Like, there's not a lot of times that you've entered that part of the game and been like, they're screwed. There's no shot they're winning this game. They've had the chance to do it. And if Mac and the offense could actually finish these games, then we're talking about something different. But they can't get the drives that they need to put these things away. And when you say, like, what's the problem execution-wise, the problem is everything. There's a billion problems. Guys aren't catching passes. Mac isn't throwing catchable balls. Pass rush getting there too fast. Defensively, pass rush isn't getting there enough. There are also guys that are getting wide open because of coverage breakdowns or poor, whatever. It's almost everything except the rushing offense now. Only the past, 2 or 3 weeks, kind of, could you really say that the run offense isn't something that's holding you back. The run defense is the only thing that pretty much this entire season has been consistently good. And I understand injuries have really screwed this team. I really don't think you can underscore how much the losses that they've had or the people who have been injured have hurt them. But even still, like we talk about every week, there's opportunities for them to win, and they don't capitalize on them. The defense, more often than not, is the unit that takes advantage when the offense is just like, here, I don't really want to play well against you guys. So here, I'm going to overthrow this pass, or I'm just not going to take advantage of an opportunity. Here you go, Patriots defense. They've been able to capitalize on those situations. The Patriots offense, when defenses try to give them layups and make things easy, they always get in their own way. So, I agree. Looking at this team, I'm surprised they've won any games at all. But it's frustrating because this is probably the best bad team. And it's not like they're the Panthers where every week they go in and you're like, there's no chance. They really don't have any shot at winning this game. The Patriots come into every game with a chance to win it. And that comes through until the fourth quarter when they completely give it away. That's the most frustrating part is they're, like you say every week, they're irrelevant and they're boring. And that stinks because they are somewhat competitive and they have not been so bad that they're walking into games and it's like, well, they have no shot. There's constantly opportunities and it's every single week they can't follow through. And I don't know if that's maybe a good thing, not even a good thing going into next season because the roster is about to get gashed because they have so many free agents and you don't know who's going to come back or even wants to come back.
Score early this NFL season with FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Right now, new customers get $150 in bonus bets with any winning $5 money bet. That's $150 if your team wins. If you've been thinking about joining FanDuel, there's no better time to get in on the action, NFL. The app is so easy to use. There's a wide range of betting options, including you got spreads, you got your player props, you got over-unders, and more. So visit FanDuel.com/Boston and kick off the NFL season. FanDuel, official partner of the NFL.
It's I said we were going to try to end on a positive note, but we kind of blew right by that.
Sorry.
I'm saying what I'm going to say isn't necessarily that sunny either. Where you're going to end, I think, again, the feeling of despair everyone has is like, any Boston sports fan has seen ups and downs and this and that, but when you see glimmers of hope, and I always harken back to Drew Bledsoe's first year, that was a 5-win team. It was the best 5-win season we've seen here, ever, because there was hope. It was like, finally something real, and you could start tying things together here, and this is going to feel this is going to be a lot better. Okay, we're in the conversation now. You're in the worst place you can be as an NFL team right now, which is not at quite the end of a rookie quarterback contract, but at the point of a rookie quarterback who you now realize isn't the guy, and knowing that you have to start over there at the toughest position to address and to fix and to be good at and competent at in all of football, and obviously the most important. And in addition to that, you have almost nothing around it that you necessarily think is good to build around. You certainly have a couple of keepers. Yeah, I think Barmore and Gonzalez there on defense. Judon, getting older, but he's still a very productive player. And there's other people who are playing. You need players all over the place playing competent football, and you've got those. You've got a couple on the O-line. You've got a couple on the D-line. You've got Peppers. You've got John Jones. You have professional football players here. If you can bring back a base of those, that's great, but you need such major upgrades in so many premium positions. That's the hardest part, is addressing tackle, quarterback, and receiver and tight end in one season is extremely difficult. So no matter what, this isn't the NFL rewards the teams at the bottom, and they try to make it better, and they try to fix you so you can flip a switch and go from 5 wins. Yeah, you can go from 5 wins to 10 wins, 11 wins with a softer schedule and some good draft picks. But the Patriots can't, because they have to fix so many things, and the things that they have to fix and the leaks they have to plug are so big and so hard to plug in 1 year. It's a multi-year process. So you're entering it knowing, and that's the fear and the danger of drafting either a great receiver or an elite quarterback, is you might have to burn 2 years of their rookie deal with them just floundering without really being able to get much out of them because you're so deficient in so many other places. So you're going to grab a rookie quarterback and put him behind this line. So you got to do a lot. And that's where I say, first thing I might address before you put anybody on this team is the big guys up front. I'm not saying you don't take a stab at a franchise quarterback if it's there, because you don't get very many shots. You're drafting top 3, 4, and one of those guys is there, or you can trade up to get them. You do it because you have to. But anything short of that, I'm looking at O-line, and I'm looking to draft as many, receiver type people as you can, round 2, 3, 4, 5, pay somebody in free agency, do whatever you have to do, and see what you can do to get there. But, it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff. And again, I don't want to put you back there, back where you were, when you were watching the game. But yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Yep, that's a mood.
I'm also pretty bummed. But we're done.